didn't for it. We've got our one. Even the gentle beasts are getting mean, and if that doesn't shake your bones, I don't know what to tell you. Something's wrong, is it? Behave, damn you. What's wrong with this fucking thing? Are you not listening to me? You think you're safe now, but just you wait. Something's wrong, it is. I know it. Go on then, pretend you don't see her. Are you not listening to me? You just remember who warned you. You think you're safe now, but just you wait. Something bad. Heads in the sand, all of you. Something's wrong, it is. I know it.
Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful. Protego! Revelio. Reparo. Incendio. guess. Not a party to attend by myself. Revelio.
Levioso! Levioso!
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Levioso. Confringo. Aloha Mora. Revelio. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Glacius. Revelio. Revelio. Confringo! Bombarder! Revelio. Accio. Aloha Mora. Revelio. Revelio. Levioso. Defendo. Accio. Reparo. Imperio. Defendo. Protego. Levio. Defender. Revelio. Accio. Guardium Leviosa. Confringo. Accio. Revelio. Accio. Confringo. Accio. Accio. Guardian Leviosa. Confringo! Bombarda!
Something must be done with the vile beasts who've infested the area.
Is everything all right, Madam...
Olivier, Madame Olivier, and no, everything is not all right. The vermin known as the Ashwinders have infested nearby Clagmar Castle, disrupting not only our sense of peace, but our valuable trade. It appeared that they were finally going to slither away until Sylvanas Selwyn arrived.
Sylvanas Selwyn?
Head rat. My guess is that if someone were to take out Selwyn, the rest of the Ashwinders would disperse. But Selwyn is a skilled wizard. I certainly can't take care of him myself. Believe me, I wish I could. I'm at my wit's end.
Sylvanas Selwyn? I thought Victor Rookwood headed up the Ashwinders.
Selwyn's one of Rookwood's lieutenants. Not quite as terrifying as Theophilus Harlow, but a menace nonetheless.
Where is Clagmar Castle?
Clagmar Castle's along the south coast, south and to the west of here.
What's so dangerous about the Ashwinders?
They're not your typical thieves and extortionists. Not that typical thieves and extortionists are lovely company. They would not leave poor Bella Navarro alone. She'd given them everything, but still they kept threatening her. She was ready to go back to her family in Italy, almost lost her livelihood. They are ruthless.
I could take care of Selwyn for you.
Goodness, no. I'd never ask a student to confront Selwyn. But I'm offering a nice bounty on his head. Feel free to put the word out.
Selwyn has been taken care of.
You defeated Selwyn? Merlin's beard. A student took down one of Rookwood's top filth. Then I suppose this bounty is yours. Well deserved.
I'm glad I could help protect Cragcroft from the Ashwinders.
The thieves will finally leave us alone. Thanks to you. You're welcome in Cragcroft any time. It's such a pleasant place when it's not being threatened by Ashwinders.
Revelio. Confringo. Bombarda. Descendo. Potato. Stupid one. Stupid one. Arresto momentum. Fringo! Bombarda! Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Incendio! Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Arresto Momentum. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. 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 Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Glacius. Revelio.
You should consider carrying a protection.
Revelio. Professor, I was wondering where you're from. What's your background?
Oh, how nice of you to ask. Well, let's see. I grew up in London, right on the Thames.
That sounds lovely. All the sights and bustle of a city.
To some, yes. I used to dream of living in the country, but it wasn't until I came to Hogwarts that I felt truly at home. Mind you, it did take some time. And whilst it is my fervent hope that each student eventually feels as at home here as I do, it is not always the case.
I suppose that makes sense.
Well, we each bloom differently, don't we? Some of us, like Devil's Snare, thrive in the shadows, whilst others crave the attention of a bouncing bulb. And we each grow and thrive according to our own plan. Oh, I was terribly nervous when I arrived at the castle. You see, as a child, I knew nothing of witches or wizards. You can imagine how astonished I was to receive my letter from Hogwarts. I spent a good deal of time alone in either the greenhouse or the library, my first days here.
It does take a while to adjust to being here.
Precisely, and I was remarkably fortunate. In fact, a 7th year took me under her wing during those first days. She remains one of my dearest friends.
Was it Sirona Ryan?
It was indeed. How on earth did you know that?
Sirona has been a good friend to me as well. In fact, I retrieved a box of letters from Mrs. Sprottle for her.
Oh, darling Mrs. Sprottle. She was always astonished I knew as much magic as I did, being Muggle-born. I dare say you'll find that the friends you make here at Hogwarts will last a lifetime. Now, I'd best get to my recent delivery from the Magic Neep. Mr. Teasdale promised me quite an assortment of seeds this week. Lovely to see you.
Trouble's brewing and I'm without my friends.
Oh, I'm going to enjoy this.
I own a mortgage. Was worried. No. I heard something. Where your guts? I'm
The location marked on the map isn't far from here.
Confringo!
See you, my young friend.
Do you really think you can...
Revelio. Glad I was never locked up here.
I've robbed every traveling vendor.
Where in Merlin's name am I? Revelio. Confringo. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Incendio. Revelio. Glacius. Incendio. There we go. Revelio. Ashwinders. Should have expected company. I better watch my step in here. Confringo. Revelio. Revelio. Wingardium Leviosa. Incendio. Revelio. Wait, is that the hippogriff from my treasure map?
What's that?
Imperio.
Expulso!
Accio.
Expulso!
Tango!
Defender.
Expulso! Maynard, you'll be sorry you did that. This has become personal.
Confringo. Bombarda.
Through the mud!
Arresto Momentum. Levioso.
Expulso! Digger, you got some skill.
Defender. Incendio. Incendio. Revelio. Incendio. Confringo. Revelio. Arresto Momentum. Confringo. Bombarda. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Confringo. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Glacius. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Confringo. Incendio. Potato. Stupefy. Stupefy. Confringo. Incendio. Potato. Incendio. Revelio.
More times than I can count. They're incapable of defending themselves.
Revelio.
If there's treasure here, then there's treasure here. Keep looking. Bit obsessed with plants, aren't you?
Accio. What a dreadful lot. Revelio. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. More Rushwinders. Imperium. What have you done? Expulsum! Stop that! Imperio! Confring! Fight for me! Stupid! You're no puppet master! Confringo!
Pathetic! Petrificus Titan!
Arresto Momentum. Accio.
I won't go down as easy! No one takes one of my own! It's the television!
Expulsion!
Rise and fight!
Incendio.
What are your thoughts on electricity? That goblin hell! You won't escape again!
Descendo. Confringo. Bombarda. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. What's this? Some sort of treasure map? Revelio. Wingardium Leviosa. Incendio. Glacius. Leviosa. Revelio. 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 Endo. Bombarda. Revelio. Revelio. Glacius. Revelio. Places. Places. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Places. Confringo. Perfect. Let's see what we've got. This must be what all the fuss was about.
It is wonderful to see you back here. wishes you safe and wondrous travels.
This looks like trouble.
My mother used to always say, a clear head makes way.
Revelio.
Oh, I know all your path is, since your head's never seen a clear day.
It's exhausting. Standing here all day.
Descendo. Confringo.
I know, I'm not hearing things.
Imperial.
Petrificus Totalis!
You take stuff to steal a stolen hippogriff.
Revelio.
How dare you do such a thing to me?
Plenty of spoils in Cambridge. Never did.
Confringo. Bombarda. Revelio. Bombarda. Confringo. This looks like the spot from the treasure map. Descendo. Who goes there? Protego. Stupid.
No! Petrificus Totalis!
Accio. Venite. Defendo. Revelio. That did it. And look, the treasure. Hello, madam. Is everything all right?
I'm simply beside myself since Rococo ran away. He's my pet Niffler.
I'm sorry to hear that your pet is missing.
Thank you. I appreciate your words. I mean, I've had him for years. He's lovely company. Whilst on our morning constitutional the other day, south of here, he and I stumbled upon Henrietta's hideaway. They say that Henrietta was a paranoid recluse, filled her castle with all manner of traps to keep thieves from pinching her valuables. As we drew near, the morning sun reflected off something in a window, and before I knew it, Rococo was off. Oh, I've been worried sick. But I'm not about to meddle with Merlin knows what's inside that house, or the Ashwinders that are lurking about.
Why did Henrietta feel the need to protect her house like she did?
Henrietta was a baroness who married well, more than a few times. Her immense wealth drove her to a life of suspicion and isolation. The more wealth she amassed, the more paranoid she became of losing it. Hence the terrifying traps throughout the hideaway. Not even her family has been willing to deal with them to get to her fortune.
Why don't you just get Rococo back yourself?
Henrietta's hideaway is treacherous enough, but add Ashwinders into the picture and, well, I love Rococo, but I love staying alive more.
I'll keep an eye out for Rococo.
Oh, that's terribly kind. But stay away from the hideaway. Far too dangerous. If someone does find him in the hideaway, they shall be well rewarded. Henrietta's treasures are theirs for the taking. She certainly won't mind now.
I should be going now. Thank you. That hideaway does sound intriguing. Perhaps I should investigate, for Rococo's sake. Perhaps not the best place to be caught alone. Revelio. This must be the castle where Miss Coffee's Niffler ran away. How to find a way inside. Ashwinders! I'd better find a way around them. Or perhaps through them. I hope the Ashwinders haven't done anything with Rococo. These coins must have come from Miss Coffee's Niffler. Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Treasure. That Niffler's certainly leaving quite a trail. This Niffler's a tricky one. Revelio. Never realized how tiring it can be to capture a Niffler. Revelio. It's like a place right out of a storybook.
My poor Rococo.
Miss Coffee, I found your niffler.
Oh, goodness, really? Oh, thank you. You're very brave. I was at my wit's end. How's my sweet Rococo? May I have him back?
I'm sure he'll be happy to go home.
He will. Oh, my brave little explorer. My greedy, greedy boy. Oh, I can't wait to get him home. Thank you again for what you did. From now on, I'll keep Rococo on a lead whenever we go out.
May I have a moment?
Pardon? Were you calling to me?
I was. I'm Marianne Moffat. Pleasure. At the moment, I'm having a great deal of trouble trying to find a particular dirical.
Ah, yes, the magical bird. Can disappear when it senses danger.
Peculiar things, aren't they? Did you know that muggles call them dodos? Such a funny name. I'm worried about a large albino dirical known as Gwynaira. She's a local legend, so of course poachers are after her. If I had her, I'd treat her like a queen, and I could use her molted feathers as fashion accessories.
Seems you're more concerned with the feathers than the bird. But she'd be safer with you than with poachers.
Indeed. They'd pluck her feathers and likely kill her when they were through. I can't seem to rescue her, and I'm worried the diricals don't trust me since I've been hanging about their den.
Why are you fixated on Gwynaira and not rescuing all the diricals?
Gwynaira is special. She's more attractive to poachers with her lovely plumage. They'll try harder to take her. The other diricals seem to have managed evading poachers quite well on their own.
Can you tell me what the dirical den looks like?
It's down by the shore, on a sort of overhanging cliff. You'll recognise it by all of the diricals lolling about.
I'll keep an eye out for a large white dirical.
Oh, thank you. Those gorgeous feathers. And she'd be safe. One last thing. She seems to spend her days in hiding. I've only ever seen her at night. I do hope you're able to save her. Be prepared to chase her. I sometimes wonder if she actually enjoys the pursuit.
I suppose I should watch for Gwynaira. At night, apparently. This must be the Dirical den that Miss Moffat told me about. Squinaira. Levioso! Revelio. Levioso. Got her. Now I need to let Miss...
Oh, hello!
Miss Moffat, I caught Gwynaira.
That's incredible! Was it terribly difficult?
Not too bad, if you know what you're doing.
Don't be so humble about it. Well, may I have her now?
Of course.
Oh, you're too kind. She has such exquisite plumage. Oh, I shall make the finest attire from her feathers. And she'll have a good life too, of course. Ah. Thank you so much for bringing me Gwynaira. I shall keep her safe and only use her feathers sparingly.
Is someone down there?
Down there? I beg your pardon. I'm here. There's no one here but me. Some thoughtless wretch casually tossed a bit of parchment into me and it caught. If you could please take it.
Seems to be some sort of map.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. that serves you well. At least better than it did me.
Revelio. Revelio. There's something about that tree. Levioso! Interesting way to hide some treasure.
family worked in the mines at one time or other.
Nothing pleasant about this coast.
I received your owl. Thank you.
I'm glad you came. I spotted droves of Ranrock's loyalists coming up from the coast. Overheard one of them say they're headed to another cavern, like the one we found. How are they still one step ahead of us? They can't know about the triptych.
I don't know. I did see another memory. This time it was a keeper named Neve Fitzgerald. She was unnerved by Isadora's use of ancient magic. But I still can't be sure how any of it connects to Ranrock.
These keepers are playing games with you. You need to press them for more information.
It doesn't work like that. To access each of these memories, I have to complete a trial. It's not as easy as you think. They're showing me the memories in a particular order.
Either they don't trust you, or you don't care enough about Anne to ask the difficult questions.
Of course I care, Sebastian. We've come this far. Don't let your frustration get the better of you.
Fine. I'll defer to your keeper friends, for now. But I don't like it.
We don't have a choice. Now, shall we see why the triptych led us here?
Let's go, quickly, before we're spotted. Keep a close eye out. I saw some of Ranrock's crew moving off the path just ahead.
I wonder why.
Raiding, I imagine. This
Revelio!
Safeguard local hamlet valuables. But it's been abandoned ever since Ranrock took hold of the coast.
Don't see myself doing this sort of thing forever, though. Fancy I'll have my own operation worked out one day. People working for me.
It's Totalis. Revelio.
Kestrel's overhead. Something.
Revelio. Not everyone does.
I know that.
All right.
I'm making small talk. I'm not gonna trek up this mountain in silence. I bet the Thestral nest's close by.
Kill any who trespass.
There they are. Let's go.
Wait. We should have some sort of plan.
I'm through planning.
An intruder!
Who's not quiet enough?
Imperial. Potato.
There.
They got what they deserved.
Revelio! What were you thinking?
I was thinking about dead goblins.
You could have got us killed.
But I didn't. Looks like Ranrock's loyalists were heading further up the path.
Let's keep going.
Bombarda!
Ramrock's gonna make everyone pay.
Anything made from goblin silver belongs to us. Whether it's a sword or a repository, whatever that is.
Did you hear that, Goblin?
Ridiculous notions of
Revelio.
friendship.
Such arrogance. I won't rest.
Revelio. Lumos. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos.
Lumos.
Revelio.
I agree. Only good wizards are dead wizard. Ranrock's got that right.
Glacius.
Most kings help him achieve his goal.
No! Protego. Glacius.
If only Ranrock were here to... You won't get away with that.
Revelio. Sebastian, wait.
Wait? For what? Why are you suddenly so cautious?
Listen to me. I know you're angry and frustrated, but charging ahead now could undo all the progress we've made. Lord Gok said...
Oh, your goblin friend?
Stop it. That's enough. Not all goblins are like Ranrock. I am not the enemy. We want the same thing. To find answers.
I thought we wanted the same thing.
We do. Listen to me. Lord Gok has insights into Ranrock that we don't. He told me that Ranrock somehow knows about the Keepers and is searching anywhere connected to each of them. That's why they always seem to be one step ahead. I know what I'm doing. You need to trust me, or I don't see that we can continue together.
Fine. Fine. I'm sorry. I'm letting my emotions get the better of me. And I have been for a while. I do trust you. And I don't think I can help Anne without you.
Good. Ranrock clearly knows more than we thought. We need to be careful and do this right, not just go charging in. We have our work cut out for us. We need to work together if we're going to find the final piece to the triptych.
Agreed.
Revelio. So far, so good.
Charming. Spiders. How fitting.
Confringo! Revelio. Confringo. Bombarda.
Confringo.
Descendo. Aerial. Potato. Stupid. Defender. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Revelio. Bombarda.
Almost as good as if I'd done it myself.
Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. One nudge and that chest might have fallen.
Oh, I think 3 nudges at least.
Revelio. Bombarda. These spiders are determined to make a meal of us.
I'm sure we taste better than a goblin dinner.
Confringo. Bombarda. Potato. Descendo. Bombarda. Confringo.
Annoying little beasts, aren't they?
Revelio. Staircase leading here. Whatever for?
I don't think anyone's been here for ages.
Confringo. Revelio. Bombarda. Confringo. Revelio.
Look at this place. Not really my style. A bit much, if you ask me.
Confringo.
Finding these chests, luck or instinct?
Bombarda. Descendo. Confringo. Confringo! Descendo! Potato! Accio! Imperium!
Confringo!
Confringo! Bombarda! Getting through the cavern can't have been the only challenge. Perhaps we should search for runes. Revelio.
We've seen rune symbols like these before.
Confringo!
Can't get out of here quick enough.
Revelio. Sebastian, a journal entry. We should look for more.
Why couldn't she have kept all her journal entries in one place?
Confringo! Potato! Stupid!
Nice teamwork.
Nothing like an angry troll to bring friends together. Revelio. Reparo. Revelio. Reparo.
That was a piece of work.
More than one. Revelio. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Revelio.
We couldn't jump high enough to reach that ledge if we tried. Did you find something?
A journal entry. Isadora was here. Accio. Guardium Leviosa. Levioso. Revelio.
I'm out of breath after all of those stairs, but the view, well worth it. Another barrier. We can blast through it, I'm certain.
Bombarda. Revelio.
Good news?
This journal entry sounds worrisome. Bombarda.
Almost as good as if I'd done it myself.
Revelio. This place can't have belonged to only Isadora.
But the triptych pointed us here.
Confringo! Revelio.
Another rune symbol. Feel as if I should be fluent in runic language by now.
Bombarda.
Could this be another area Isadora created?
Isadora must have honed her skill with ancient magic here. Revelio. I know from the memories I've seen that the Keepers and Isadora didn't see eye to eye on the use of ancient magic.
I wish you could see one of her memories.
The final canvas piece to the triptych. We've done it!
Isadora should not have had to keep all this secret.
I know from the memories I've seen that the Keepers and Isadora didn't see eye to eye on the use of ancient magic. But I don't understand why she seems to have gone to such great lengths to tell her story without their knowledge.
I wish you could see one of her memories.
So do I.
Perhaps completing the triptych will shed more light on all of this. I cannot believe the journey this triptych took us on.
This is it.
Don't keep me in suspense. Go on, place it.
Another pensive.
This is what we've been chasing.
I wonder...
What is it?
Let's find out.
I cannot bring my brother back, Father. But I can give you peace. Please, have a seat.
Isadora, we are all most intrigued to hear.
We're ready. I've something to show you. Father, these are my colleagues from Hogwarts. Father hasn't spoken since my brother died. On my travels, I confirmed that which I've always believed. That we have the power to take away pain.
Isadora. What have you done?
I took his pain.
Thank you.
That worked?
It did indeed.
Of course it did. It's goblin silver.
I need something much bigger.
All right. It would help if you could tell me more about what it is you're storing.
Magic. Left over from a spell I devised to remove pain, but if used correctly, its power can be used to do even more good.
Why would you want to store such magic away?
I only need to keep it safe until I can convince my colleagues of its worth. Magic like this unnerves some.
Not everyone's ready to wield such power.
Perhaps not. Someone will be.
She took away the pain. I knew it. I knew there was a way to help Anne.
Something isn't right, Sebastian.
What do you mean? You saw what she did.
No, not the memories, the portrait. I think the reason Isadora hasn't appeared is because she can't.
I don't follow.
We have seen that view before. The abandoned home in Felgroth, the destroyed painting, it was her.
So someone destroyed a bit of enchanted canvas, but we found the memory.
Yes, you're right.
We saw what she wanted us to see. We saw what she could do, what you can do.
But I don't know how to do what Isadora did.
Well, then you shall learn. The Keepers can teach you.
I'm not sure that they would. The Keepers believe that removing someone's ability to feel pain, it's a highly complicated, unpredictable form of magic. One that should be wielded with great care. If at all.
If at all? You've overcome all of their challenges. You've more than proven yourself. You can wield it. You have the ability. Please, talk to the Keepers. If not for me, then for Anne.
Why did the Keepers want to keep Isadora quiet? Why destroy her portrait?
I found one of Ranrock's drills in a mine along the shore. I intend to destroy it. I'm tired of trying to reason with him. You're welcome to join me, but if I don't see you there, I will reach out when I return. I have something to give you.
Lodgok's getting himself into more danger than he realizes. I'd better find him. Sir, are you all right? You seem to be in some distress.
All right? Do I look all right? I've been kidnapped!
How can you be kidnapped when you're right here?
What sort of question is that? Of course I'm right here. I've more than one frame. Do you only have one home? It's my other frame. It's been stolen. And by students, no less. They paid filthy thieves to steal my other frame.
Oh dear. That sounds awful.
Well, awful is exactly what Astoria Cricket is. She's behind all of this. She and her friends were moaning about me of all the nerve. Then I heard her plot to enlist a gang of good-for-nothings to have me stolen from the 3 broomsticks. That's why my other frame hung. A hovel of a place. Though I suppose one could do worse. I once knew a portrait who ended up in the Hog's Head. No one's heard from him since.
Right. So back to your frame.
Ah, yes. There I was, powdering my wig, and the next thing I knew, I was being manhandled by rogues and carried off. As if I can afford not to be at my post. I do important work for the headmaster, and I need my other frame back at the 3 broomsticks.
Just who is Astoria Cricket, and what would she want with your frame?
She's a 4th-year troublemaker, that's who. She and her band of hoodlums discuss all sorts of misdeeds right under my nose, and then resent me for overhearing them. I can only assume they took my frame in some misguided attempt to punish me for doing my job.
What do you mean you do important work for the headmaster?
Let's just say I overhear quite a bit in Serona's fine establishment, and the headmaster likes to know all about it. He's come to count on me in this regard. Reminds me of my prefect days.
I don't suppose you have any idea where your stolen frame was taken. Can you see anything from it?
I most certainly can. They brought me to a ruin of all places. Some crumbling atrocity surrounded by water from the sound of it. Oh, I do also recall seeing the coast on the way.
I could look into the matter for you.
Oh, would you? How marvelous. Do it quickly, though, won't you? The place they took me to is quite beneath me. Off you go, then. Oh, the ministry.
It is wonderful to see you back here. Penny wishes you safe and wondrous travels.
None too pleased.
Astoria Cricket?
That depends. Am I in trouble?
Ferdinand Pratt thinks you should be. Says you stole his frame.
I wouldn't call it stolen. Relocated's more like it. How do I put this nicely? Ferdinand Pratt is a postulant boil, and he's lucky I didn't have him sealed in a wall.
He truly is rather foul, isn't he?
All he does is spy on students in here and report back to the headmaster. Sometimes, if there's nothing to report, he'll make it up. I spent 4 hours in detention last week, all because he told Black that I was planning to drain the lake, whatever that means. It was the last straw. He and his frame had to go.
May I ask where you put him?
Well, I didn't put him anywhere. The frame is likely with the fine gents I paid to snatch it. They camp in a ruin by the coast. I just wanted it far enough away that I'd never have to think about Ferdinand Pratt ever again.
You do know he's screaming in the library as we speak.
Oh, for the love of Merlin. If you ask me, he's got nothing to scream about. I could have had him put in the hogshead. The pampered Pratt would have hated it. Grimy walls, smell of goats. And the patrons, they eat snooty princes like Ferdinand for dinner. But what's done is done. He isn't here anymore, and if I were you, I should enjoy it. Lovely chatting with you.
No one can pay a ransom. Protego!
Descendo! Imperium!
Protego! That's the best you can hook!
Don't you recommend you try me?
This looks intriguing. Revelio.
How delightful. I'm not done with you. You will pay for your deeds.
Confringo.
To your knees. Oh.
Bombarda. Descendo.
Not me.
Aloha Mora.
Well, it's about time. It's a wonder there's anything left of me.
Calm down, I'm here now.
Calm down. Those buffoons outside have been talking about burning me. Me! If they weren't all sharing half a brain, they'd realize I'm worth more to them intact and at the Three Broomsticks.
How was that?
With everything I overhear, I'm a veritable trove of information. Now, don't just stand there. I need to be back by cocktail hour. The place will be like a funeral without me.
Let's get out of here then, shall we?
Be sure to carry me carefully, won't you? My pantaloons are already creased. Where have you put me? It's pitch black in here. I shan't stand for this. out of here immediately! You'll be sorry if I catch a flea. Are you listening to me? Get me out! You there! Are you deaf? There's a terrible drop. Oh, finally! Back on my wall and more angelic than ever.
I wouldn't go so far as to say that.
I'm not usually one to give thanks. There's a sort of servant ring to it. But I suppose some gratitude is in order. As a show of goodwill, I'll exclude whatever misdeeds I hear about you in my reports to the headmaster. And I do hear quite a bit. Now, be off with you. I can't be seen talking to a student. Go on then, go! It's all right, everyone. I'm back.
Revelio.
He thinks you've made marvelous improvements here.
Would you please meet with me in the Great Hall? I have come upon a difficult time, and I need a friend.
Are you familiar with the hamlet of Irondale? It's south of the castle. I think the cave that Doran wanted us to find is near there.
Revelio. Revelio. An astronomy table. Should prove useful once the sun's down. Knowing Amit, he's likely studied here.
Some days are more difficult than others.
Lassie, is everything all right?
There are times when my father's absence drifts to the back of my mind, and I feel peace for a day or two. But this is not one of those times. I miss him. I miss running with him. I miss Matibeleland. He should still be here. And it's my fault that he isn't.
I'm sorry, Natty. I wish there was something I could do to help.
You have done plenty. In fact, many of my good days are good because of you. The bad days, however. I believe I would feel less helpless if I could truly put an end to Harlow and the rest of Rookwood's miserable lot. Each day they remain free, they do more damage, leaving people like Archie Bickle to suffer the consequences.
I agree, Natty. We'll get them. I've never seen someone so committed to a cause.
Thank you. I believe we will get them, beginning with Harlow. Thank you for speaking with me. It was very helpful.
Wonder if I'm safe to explore in there.
You made it!
I take it this means you had some luck at the library?
It took a few hours and some eye-watering maps, but I think this might be the cave Doran told us about.
Impressive. Especially with how little information he gave us.
Well, I'm still not sure this is the cave, but it did seem the most promising. I stumbled across some folklore about a cave in the area that people avoid. Seemed the perfect place to hide something of value. It's a bit of a leap, I confess, but might a mysterious item such as a special moonstone be hidden in an equally mysterious cave? I think I'm desperate for anything at this point.
Did you discover why people avoid this cave?
Ridiculous, really. Rumour was that the cave drove people mad. I couldn't find any account by someone who had been in the cave, though. So either it is a rumour, or anyone who went in wasn't in any state to speak of it afterwards.
Well, we're here. We might as well have a look.
Agreed. I wonder if you'd go blind from staring directly at a moonstone.
You don't think the rumors about the cave are true, do you?
I suppose we'll find out, won't we?
Accio! Repulsor! Revelio!
It's another aggressive one!
Accio! Potato!
What is going on with them?
Revelio! Bombarda! Bombarda! Confringo! Revelio! Confringo! Lumos!
Lumos!
Revelio! Repulsor! Revelio!
Voipers!
I beg your pardon?
This must be how the rumor about the cave started. The Whooper's song is said to drive anyone who hears it mad.
Accio.
If the Moonstone is here and so are Whoopers,
Revelio.
I wonder if it's being protected.
Accio. Revelio. Accio.
Why am I not surprised?
Lumos.
First the Whoopers and now this.
Revelio. Accio.
We need to find moths for those spinners.
Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Accio. Lumos.
Lumos! Perhaps the runes on the walls have something to do with finding the moths.
Accio. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Revelio. Lumos.
Lumos!
Accio. Convulso. Defendo. Bombarda. Confringo. Revelio. Revelio. Lumos.
Lumos!
Revelio. Revelio.
If the Moonstone is here and so are Whoopers, I wonder if it's being protected.
Lumos. Revelio.
Another
Revelio.
No matter. I'm sure we can work out a way across.
Accio. Revelio. 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 Bombarda! Revelio. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Revelio. Lumos.
Lumos.
Cabalso.
Merlin, it's beautiful.
Lumos. sir. Lumos.
You did it!
Revelio.
I was hoping we wouldn't have to do this.
Incendio. Glacius. Expelliarmus. Protego. Stupefy. Incendio. Confringo. Revelio.
Look, where the water's bubbling. How odd.
Shall we take a closer look?
You read my mind.
Revelio.
It's even more beautiful close up. It's got to be here. I just know it.
Confringo. Revelio.
Given what groupers are known to do, I never thought I'd be so happy to see this many of them.
I don't know. I've been listening to them for a while now, and I'm starting to lose my mind.
Very funny. I was just thinking how it's proof that poachers haven't been here, assuming this is where the Moonstone is. Which means we're one step ahead of them. Well, we found what we came for. Now we just need to bring it to the henge.
Well done, Poppy. This did end up being the right cave after all.
A good thing, too. We need every advantage over the poachers if we're to get to the Snidgets first. We should do as Doran suggested and bring the Moonstone to the henge.
Shall we?
We shall. If we leave now, we should make it there by nightfall. That's the henge, precisely where Doran said it would be. But now that we're here, I'm not entirely sure how to feel. We knew we were at the cave for the Moonstone, but Doran didn't tell us what to expect when we placed the stone in the henge.
I don't think Doran would knowingly send us into danger.
You're right. I suppose I'm worrying over nothing. Let's make our way down. We're nearly at the end of this. I think that's it over there.
How's your Gran doing, by the way?
Nothing keeps Gran down.
Revelio.
She set up a caterwauling charm and threatened to make a coat out of the next poacher that set foot on her doorstep. I still feel terrible that I'm the reason they went there.
Surely she'll be pleased you've gone after the Snidgets.
I hope so. Gran understands how important it is to protect those who need it. We know where the Moonstone goes.
Whoa!
Oh. That was a mooncalf dance. Do you know how rare it is to see even one? They only ever happen under a full moon. Though I suppose the moonstone allowed it to happen now.
Is the pattern they left behind on the ground normal?
All part of the dance. No one pattern is ever the same, though. We'll need to draw this one to get a better sense of it. Can't wait to tell Gran that I've managed to see not one, but 2 mooncalf dances. She'll be jealous.
You've seen this before?
It was pure luck the first time. I was on Highwing, or I'd never have spotted it. It was the night Well, the night I met Highwing, actually,
I'd love to hear about how you and Highwing met.
I'd actually like you to know. About 5 years ago, Highwing had been captured by poachers. At first, they planned to sell her, but soon decided they wanted to kill her instead. More money, I suppose. I'd finally had enough. I freed Highwing and we ran. We'd flown for ages when I spotted mooncalves dancing below and we landed to watch them. It felt like an omen. A good one. A sign that the worst was over.
What do you mean you'd had enough and the worst was over?
You see, the night I freed Highwing was also the night I ran away from home. A poacher camp. I come from a family of poachers.
Merlin? I don't know what to say, Poppy. I can't imagine what that must have been like for you.
I never fitted in, but the older I got, the more apparent it became. Gran tried for years to convince my parents to let me live with her. Suffice it to say, when I left with Highwing, I flew straight for her house.
How brave. I'm glad you escaped.
So am I. There were so many creatures I was unable to help when I was younger. Now that's all I want to do.
From everything I've seen, you're doing precisely that.
I've had a bit of help. I've never told anyone any of this, but I'm glad that you know. It's nice to have someone to talk about it with.
What was it like growing up in a family of poachers?
The thing I remember most was how much we moved around. Always chasing the next big kill. It was chaotic and dangerous and nowhere a child should ever grow up.
Do your parents know about the things you do now? Saving that dragon from the fighting ring, for instance.
We don't speak, or rather, they don't speak to me. Last I heard, they were in Borneo trying to make their fortunes there. Acromantulas. However, I wouldn't be surprised if word has got back to them. Some days a part of me hopes that it has. Now that I'm older, I wish I could talk to them, get them to see sense. But sadly, I suspect that wouldn't do any good.
We were around so many poachers in the tent. Were you not worried about being recognized?
Poachers are nomadic, and most of the ones in the area aren't any I'd grown up with. That said, I suspect someone must have recognized me. That's how they got to Gran.
I'm glad you told me.
We should get back to Doran. He'll need to see the symbol, and we've got poachers to beat. If you collect the moonstone, I can make a quick drawing of the symbol for Doran.
Are you finished with the drawing?
Just barely. I think the pattern's a bird. At least that's what it looks like.
Didn't the journal say the key to finding the Snidget lies in the moonlight?
Of course. That's it. We need to show this to Doran. Not that I'd know where to find him at this hour. Perhaps we should head back to the castle and we can track him down after a good night's sleep.
Agreed. I'm ready to leave if you are. Revelio.
It is wonderful to see you back here. Penny wishes you safe and wondrous travels.